Hey faculty. Okay, so we've had some questions about how to create quizzes from your content using the ScholarRx portal. And so this is a fast one to show you how to do that. So when you log in to ScholarRx and you click on faculty and log in, this is the screen you're going to come to. And so pretty much all I need you to worry about is what's on this side of the screen. Okay. So the Brick Exchange is where you can search for content that you may want to assign as either required or recommended for your students. So you can navigate through that Brick Exchange and do a search function and try to find things that work for you. BricksCreate, if you decide that a brick that you have is a little bit too much, you want to modify it or you want to create your own brand new stuff from a PowerPoint, you can do that here in the BricksCreate. And then QMax management, this is where all of our question bank lives. So let's real fast go through each one of these tabs. And so let's start with the Brick Exchange. All right, so if we click over here on Brick Exchange, here's how you can find content to give to your students or learn about a topic perhaps that you want to refresh your memory on. So you can see where I left off. I've been generating content on embryology for our students, but let's say, um, perhaps right now folks are going on epigenetics because we taught that today in class. So let's go over to epigenetics and we can see what that's all about. So here comes our epi brick. Now, you can come through this, you can listen to it. You can see that this is content that's been created from the company ScholarRx already. So it's a pretty tight brick system that they have. Now, here's the thing. You've got a little menu down here. If you want to come back to it later or you really like this brick, you can favorite it so it comes to your attention again. You can create lists, playlists, and I often will create playlists of content for our students and then share the link to my playlist. So that way I have a lovely consolidation of the content I want them to look at. Table of contents will just break that out for the specific brick. Feedback, if you find an error, you can let the company know about it. What I like to do over here is with more, I can share this so I can create a link that I can cut and paste into an announcement or an email or what have you. I can annotate it so I can add notes to the brick, and then it'll be saved under a special link that I can share with my notes. So if you want to be like, hit this up and say, this is super important right here, or don't worry about this, or this is a high yield fact, you just click right here and add your little notes, okay? So let me click off of that. So that's the annotation function. If you come back here, you can also view statistics and see if people are watching your stuff or if a lot of people have watched this video. But here is a clone function right here. And so if you decide that this brick is good, but it's missing something or it's got too much, you can clone it. And this is called BricksCreate. This is going to take you to the BricksCreate app. And now what it's done is it's created a clone, a version of it, and it's an adaptation. So you can click here, you can add authors, and now you're just really in a pretty easy way to create content. Any of these lines are clickable and editable. You can move this, you can delete entire sections, you can add things in here. So it's kind of like an updated PowerPoint, but it's more like an updated web page design without coding. So when you're ready and you've gotten like, okay, I don't want learning objective 3, let me get rid of it. This has been deleted. Now I'm ready to go. Okay, so this is going to be epigenetics version 1. So then you can preview it. It'll open in a new window. And you can see how it looks, how the layout looks. Everything looks good to you, okay? If it looks good, you click out of it. All right. If it doesn't, you go fix whatever. Now you can share this if you want to collaborate on a draft with someone else and say, does this pass the sniff test, whatever. But if it's ready to rock and roll, in order for you to share it online via ScholarRx with your colleagues or with your students, you want to go to Publish. And this is where you can keep it listed so anyone and everyone can look at it and they can freely look at it. Okay. or you keep it unlisted, and only if someone has a link can they look at it, okay? So let's say that I wanted to keep this one in-house, all right? The advantage to listing something is that students from other institutions can see your stuff. Why is that an advantage? Because this program keeps track of views, just like social media does, and keeps track of thumbs up and things like that. And that is scholarly activity. And that can go on your CV and that can go in your tenure and promotion packets. I've talked to ScholarRx about this, about building out that function a little bit more. So that's pretty cool. I've seen that my stuff is being shared and viewed by lots and lots of students all over the country and world. All right, but let's keep this one unlisted, and you can start to tag it, and that's becoming more and more important for tracking your content. So let's continue, tag this one, confirm the publish. Now, this is a Creative Commons license, so anyone else can clone this. And basically they can attribute it to you. But once you clone that, once you go and put this into a publish mode, it is a Creative Commons license. So just be aware of that. Yes, proceed. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, and now it's public. Copy the link, and now you can just plop this right into Blackboard, onto a Word document wherever you want. You're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so if we come back here now, let's come back to Epi. So now you've cloned this, you've made it yours. Awesome. Okay, so let's go back to the Brick Exchange. So right now we're on Brick Exchange, okay? And so if I'm on Brick Exchange now, I want to see, hey, what's everyone else in my organization doing? Oh, look at that. University of Toledo has been a little bit busy making playlists, making all sorts of playlists, it looks like, creating SDLs. So these are some of the playlists that we've done. If you want to see what people are up to as well, you can see the individual bricks. And this is where a few of us have been creating content. So you can see I've been busy making cytoskeleton, embryology. Here's Dr. Menon's content right here. Here's my lipid content. Here's hematology, etc. Okay. And so we like this too, because remember I told you that these are important things for, you can track views and things like that. So I'm going to click right here and I'm going to look for the statistics. And I can see that within my organization, there's been 400 views. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And I can see by class, and I can see the metrics of my question performance and things like that. But if I back out a little bit more to BricksCreate, I can also see the international statistics as well. And if you have any questions about how to do that, just let me know and I'll show you how to do that to compile a table for your tenure and promotion. Okay, so here's how you do the bricks, and you can archive all your bricks and get everything. You can click things into lists once you've created them and compile a list. So you can see in my list section right here, I've been doing some busy stuff right here. Here's my metabolism playlist. Here's a playlist that I created for TBL, leukemias and lymphomas, anemias. You're going to notice that every single one of the things that I create has a cat for a thumbnail. This is by design. This is so they can always pick out my content based on the cats that live with me. Okay. So I recommend you making it your own and create a personalized thumbnail so that the students can find your content more easily. Create a list, favorite some things, just mess around with it over here. Okay. And so BricksCreate, you can always go over here. This is the Bricks Exchange. Okay. So everything you need to know is over here. Great. Let's go back to our faculty dashboard. So that's all housed right here in Bricks Exchange. And BricksCreate, you can create your own bricks as well. Okay, so here's your BricksCreate. And what you can see with BricksCreate is this is where you can create your own original content, either by uploading a PowerPoint or uploading a Word document. So in BricksCreate, it starts out by showing me my dashboard and the last 7 days and things that I've authored. And so you can see in the last couple of days, I've had about 1,400 views on my content, and I can see what people have been looking at. Okay. If I want a little bit more granularity, then I'm going to go to my bricks over here, and now I can find out what people have been viewing. And this is, again, not just within UT, but also outside of UT. So you can see embryology has been viewed about 2,300 times. Up here, you can see the notifications. So if I click on this notifications, I can see all the feedback and I can tell where they're from. And this is where I've been able to go in and track institutions around the world using our content. So close it, don't dismiss them because otherwise you lose that log. And I'm trying to get ScholarRx to create some sort of window to archive all of this information for tenure and promotion. Keep your fingers crossed. So that's with analytics and feedback. You can copy these, you can preview, clone them, transfer ownership, delete the brick if you hate it, what have you. And then you can also see the social media aspect of it right here, likes versus dislikes. Cool. And then you can annotate them. You can add all sorts of little notes to your students, and they seem to like that too. All right. So that's the BricksCreate.